There's banjo problems. You're singing in clothing closets with, with fairy lights around you, and you're in a little funny apartment complex. Jumping off the old pier, diving right in like a holiday fling, heart sinking. So check this out. I get this phone call from my good friend Katrina Burgoyne, and she says, "Hey Kempy, my partner Stevie," she said, he's doing a demonstration for his YouTube channel. He's got to build a song on this little thing called an Apollo solo. And I'm like, I didn't even know Steve had a YouTube channel.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Steve Kinney. I'm an engineer and a producer. So the state of the song was that we had all the guitars, all the instrumentation and arrangements done, but we didn't really even have a song yet, so we needed to bring in some writers.
Steve created this amazing track for his YouTube channel on a thing called an Apollo solo, which is an entry-level interface for Universal Audio. I heard this track and I'm like, this is sick.
We sit down and we start throwing some ideas around.
As far as any melody structure, I'm not tied to anything. I think it could be a really good like summer fun song.
I had this little idea about this little something written in my phone, before summer starts to fall. I thought that was a cool little hook. We wrote some lyrics about getting out and having a good time in the last days of summer before the fall hits, or back home in Australia, autumn.
You can imagine Troy and I are both two Aussies in a room. We talk so fast. I think Steve was just sitting there overwhelmed. I just remember at times I'd look at him and Steve would be like...
The music was all done and it was sounding great. Then the next thing Steve's shoving me in this clothing closet at the end of this little tiny hallway near their bathroom. And I'm surrounded by Katrina's clothes and there's like fairy lights hanging up. I'm laying out my vocals. God help everyone else that was living in the apartment building, because we're screaming. They would have heard everything through the doors. Next thing, we've recorded this song. We're thinking, this actually sounds pretty good. So we're like, maybe we should do something with this. Maybe we should release it as a single.
Every time it comes to filming a music video, my anxiety levels just go up. There's so much logistics about filming a music video. It's a team of me and a team of Steve normally, but we feel blessed because this time in Before Summer Starts to Fall, we've got Troy Kemp on board and also his amazing wife, Alicia Kemp. It's really great. Alicia is like the best itinerary maker, creator, travel agent. She just said, we're going to Florida. I've got the flights booked. I've got the accommodation. Just show up at the airport at this time. And I'm like, all right, perfect. We could do this.
Everyone came together and did such a great job while we filmed the music video, especially Alicia. She kept everyone on task. She organized everything. I really wish I had her on more shoots because she made that a lot easier. We only had 48 hours to film it, so there was a lot going on. 6 in the morning and we're traveling to the airport, and something that occurred to me that I think is a really good idea to do when you're a content creator is to make sure that you have an itinerary. And so we've mapped out the next 2 days because that's all we have to film. So as soon as we land, we're gonna location scout on location.
Well, if we get here at 5:30, that will give us 2 hours.
Took a minute to hit the beach, and now I'm prepping for the shoot. It's probably about in 2 hours or so once the sun starts to set. And I'm taking this time to prep my lenses, make sure they're clean, and make sure that I'm bringing everything that I need to bring.
It was the only spot on the beach. If you look right or left, there's kids and people for miles.
So we're pushing people, like, excuse us, we're just, not to be rude, but we're doing a video clip. If you can, just maybe don't walk behind us, There was obstacles doing the video clip. It's
actually really hard work dancing on the sand. Like, I still got the good time. I think that's how I sounded when I was trying to film this.
I would get sand in my shoes really bad because I don't like sandals. Needlessly to say, I destroyed my shoes. My
hair is in my mouth. My jacket kept sliding down to here. I had to get it tied up. There was lots of things that kind of went wrong.
We're on the beach, we're trying to get these fantastic shots, and then some old lady just walks behind us, just walking around.
There was a lot of begging that we had to do to just try and get that little spot on the beach. But we made a lot of friends. These incredible people just gathered around us. We've got some mates from Louisiana now and also from Alabama. And it was just the funnest thing. We just had a blast.
We didn't have all the big fancy lighting and stuff. It was just one camera and Steve was running around with it on a gimbal. Next thing, we've got this big crowd brewing around us, just wanting to, thinking that we're someone famous from Nashville. So we just rolled with it. We hung around, we had photos with people, and we signed autographs.
One of the last shots, I actually throw water on the camera, and it was like one of these things where I was in the moment and I throw water up, and then I'm like,
How'd you do, Steve?
Oh, great.
Yeah, how'd you go, Lucy?
Awesome, it was amazing. Hey, Kat. Alright. You climbing? Did a bit of rock climbing, video clip. Alright, I can do it.
I did some daring acrobatics while filming this video. I was staring through the camera while trying to climb and position my way on a, I don't know what you'd call it. What is it? Rock? It's just rocks.
We went into a bar to shoot some scenes, a drinking scene, and we walked into a whole room full of locals, looked at us like, who are these clowns? I politely asked the lady behind the bar if we could shoot some footage in there, and she was nice enough to let us do so, and my wife Alicia became the barmaid.
I had this vision for the opening shot, and I really wanted it to be some birds in the sunset.
Steve is like, I want to get some seagulls. I want to get some seagulls.
I'm filming every bird.
And he spent at least 30 minutes, 40 minutes, maybe an hour trying to get the seagulls.
I get back into the edit room and I start sifting through the bird footage, and sure enough, the first shot that I see is a bird taking a shit. So I really thought about pranking Troy and making that the first shot. So a fun fact is that we actually shot the video before the banjo part was in there.
So I go and borrow a banjo off a buddy. I'm doing this little dinky thing, and I just couldn't get it in tune and make it sound good, but I thought it was cool. So I sent it to Steve. He writes back and said, dude, that sucks. So
I couldn't make it fit into the song sonically. So I was like, all right, well. So I reached out to another session musician, again, did a great job, but just something sonically wasn't going right. So I did what anybody else would do.
Steve ends up going out and buying a banjo for like $20,000.
I went out and I bought a $2,300 banjo. No, it's okay, I got a deal on it.
And he ends up recording this really cool banjo part, it sounded great. And I said, dude, we should have just done this in the first place.
And how I ended the great banjo debacle of 2021.
I feel so blessed that I have an amazing, talented, incredible man in my life. He is the producer, he is the videographer, he is the brains behind this song.
It was a real cool thing, putting it all together from the very early stages of Steve recording a little thing for his YouTube channel, to doing the lyrics, to recording it at their house, to booking a flight down to Florida to do a video clip. To have it all come back, all the promo, all the pushing you got to do to get a song out, all the stuff that goes on behind the scenes. It's now out, and that feels really cool.
The new video is out now. Check it out on Vivo and our YouTube channels. We are so excited to share this one with you. This is our favorite, most proud work yet. And let us know what you think about it. Leave a comment and give it a like.
I just hope everyone out there is really enjoying it. And I'm going to stop raving on right now and let you guys get back to life. Take care. Cheers.